This is Gardening with Kyle, and today we will save a San Marzano tomato plant. San Marzano tomatoes are famous for making great marinara sauce. So here's a before and after we fixed the plant. I'm going to show you every step of the way how we did that. Started from beginning to end. Here we go. As you can see here, she's not surviving basically. She needs to be planted, so she's falling over. She's coming up rooted. She's trying to spread her roots out to get more water. So I've watered her a bit. That's why there's water on the exterior. She really needs planted, but also she needs support, because if that breaks, the entire plant, of tomatoes, it will go down like a tree falling. First thing we want to do, see how she's falling over? We want to prevent that from happening. So I'm going to build a crutch for her out of the tree right here. I'm going to show you how to do that. These are the San Marzanos. My Italian father says they're great for the sauce, the gravy. We're going to save this little lady. Break a branch off and I'll get to it. And you want to tear all the leaves off of every stem as much as you can. Just going to throw them in the grass. They'll become mulch. All the leaves, rather, off the stems as much as you can. But you want to leave where the other stems grow out. See where it meets the calyx there. That way you can use them to wrap them around the tomato plant base. You see, almost like instead of a rope or a wire, we use the pliability of these. So we've got a few more leaves to go, and I'm only going to make it so long enough to be long enough for the tomato plant, because I don't want it to suck the nutrients out. Some of these bottom leaves, I'm just going to cut it right here, right above all that. And I'm not going to cut it at an angle. I'm not going to use any Clonex or anything like that. Here's the sticks. Now I'm going to take all the nutrients out by burning the tip of it prior to putting it inside of the soil. Just burn the tip. That right there just killed the plant. And then let's put it out in the water on the ground. Problem solved, right? Now there's no way at the end of this plant, there's no way this thing will sprout or survive that, what I just did to it. So it'll make for the perfect foundation to go next to our tomato plant. And we'll wrap it around. I'll show you that right now. So what we're going to do here essentially is now take, not the daggered end, because it might try to go for nutrients. I'm going to take the burnt end of the stick and place it in the bottom. We've got 2 wraps. That's about the length when I measured up against it. I'll put it in the soil. Now that soil is dry. It's clumping together, so we're just kind of rotate it and jab it and shake it and get it in there real good like that. Now those branches, they're going to become loving arms that hug these beautiful, beautiful San Marzano tomatoes on the vine. And we get rid of the rest of the branch, mulch on the grass. Now we're going to show you how this thing will stand up straight once we tie it up a little bit here. So we'll lean it toward the branch that I just put in there. You can kind of see. We want to wrap these. So again, we have the plant from the tree. We have it stuck into the soil right next to the tomato. Now we're going to make the plant hug it with these 2 branches and tie it like that. And then pull it through just like tying a knot. Do a little bit more slowly so it doesn't snap anything. Very slowly like that. And now, I'll show you in a second. So now the plant stands erect with a little bit of help from its new body. So here we go. I'm going to tie the branch to the plant with another leaf, just like we did before. You don't want to get in the way of, this is called the calyx right here. You can see how it's about to fruit another tomato. So we definitely don't want to get in the way of that. So we kind of just tuck behind her. As I duck behind in the distance. Alright guys, now I've got 2 more branches, see? Look here there. So you can see now that our tomato plant is now standing erect, all on its own. I'll show you another view of that. Just look at that, you know, standing erect, all on her own. What a beautiful, beautiful plant. She's not blooming as many tomatoes as the others because, well, she needs this kind of care that we're currently giving to her. They need attention. You gotta play with the leaves, move them around, cut off the dead ones, stuff like that. You know, if there's dead edges on your leaves, trim those with your trimming shears, and we'll show that in a different video. That will help them to grow as well. Using this soil, a little cut right there. Not too much to handle, but I can still get your hand in there, right? You can get your hand in there and get that soil out. Also, be especially careful if you're wearing these shoes, because these shoes get the views. You're gonna take out just less than a handful, depending on the size of your hand. I'll show you. Pack that back down, about like that, for the size of a pot. You can notice the tomato plant is already looking much happier, healthier, and rejuvenated. Oh my goodness. We just plant it around and at the base, pushing it, anchoring it down, adding the soil toward the branch to add extra support without off-putting it from that of the branch from the tree that we added, so it still holds it erect. I'm going to add a little, about another handful of soil, and this thing, I mean, we'll see how she blooms. Look at her. She's already looking happier. Let's not forget, this bad girl is actually trying to grow out of this plastic. So she's eager for roots. She's thirsty. She wants to flower. She wants tomatoes to come out of her. She's begging, give me more soil down here. Told you I'd get a little creative. It's about to come up. However, I did promise you folks some little creativity to just to top it all off, quite literally. Right now I'm going to add some soil on top of the base and pat it down real well after just having watered the plant. So what I'm going to do is actually put the plant itself in a bucket of water. Well, this is a plastic Dodgers cap turned upside down. They serve some kind of ice cream in it. And you hold that soil at the base. Let me show you. You just hold it down so it stays underneath the water. And it's really thirsty. She was really thirsty. So I'm gonna add a little more water. And when you add that water, just kind of reuse a water bottle, you know, small size one, regular size, and just kind of, you want to pour it in the soil till that overfloweth. And then, like I was saying, you really just want to drench it until it's over the lips. You just keep adding water until that happens. It should be similar to this. The problem is water does move, so I'm going to show you the fix, the final step here. And there she goes, floating about. So what we're going to do to stop it is add some of these garden rocks to the base. Now, as you can see, weighting it down with these rocks also helps support the base, but it won't be wobbling about out of the water. So this is your perfect solution. It should be completely drenched and covered with water. You don't need to cut any extra holes in this particular case, otherwise I would have cut a few on the sides. But because it was already bulging out on its own, I'm letting her do her own thing. Now you can see that the base is actually completely submerged in water the way we were talking about. It won't be once the sun hits it tomorrow. I'm not sure the temperature, but it's probably going to be well into the 90s. It's not a little warmer. We can see how it's covering the base. You end up using 3 instead of 4 rocks to kind of cover the perimeter and give it extra support. And now she can stand on her own proudly. I'll even pull her away from the other plants so you can see. This is her individually, standing erect and right. And let's face her toward the sun where she really needs to shine. Thank you for watching the very first and only episode of Gardening by Kyle. Oh, brought to you from LA. Let's not spill the water everywhere. Thanks for watching. There will be more gardening tips to come. So make sure you like this video, hit that notifications bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to comment and share as well.